Welcome. This video is about Cambridge IGCSE Paper 2 Non-Calculator Practice Paper 5 0580. The first question, write 230,000 in standard form. So whenever we want to write in standard form, we should be writing 2.3. 2.3, only one number should be there before the decimal. So it should be x times 10 power something k. X should be always lies between 0 to 9. Now it is 2.3. So when we see that it has to be 2.3, the point is over here. So it has to move 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it has to move 5 digits forward. So it is 2.3 times 10 to the power of 5. So answer is 2.3 times 10 to the power of 5. Next, 4.8 times 10 power negative 4 in ordinary form. So it is 4.8. Now it is 10 to the power of negative 4. It is negative 4. So means the point has to go 4 digits backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the point has to be over here 0. So it is 0, 0, 0. So answer has to be 0.00048. Solve the following equations. Now it is 4 times 5x, which is going to be 20x. 4 times 2 is negative 8 equals to 18x. So 20x minus 18x equals to 8. So 20x minus 18x is 2x. 2x equals to 8. X equals to 8 by 2. 8 by 2 equals to 4. Solve quadratic. This is 1 times 1. There is no number over before x squared means 1. 1 times 1. Factors for 3 is 3 times 1. Now when I do the cross multiplication, I need to do the cross multiplication. It becomes 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. What do I require it at? I require it at plus 2. So minus 1 plus 2. 1 should be negative and 3 should be positive. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So this is going to be factorized in this way. This is x and x. So what is going to be the factors? X plus 3 times x minus 1 equals to 0. Then x plus 3 equals to 0. X minus 1 equals to 0. So x equals to negative 3. X equals to 1. Negative 3 and 1. Factorize this one completely. 24 6ab. 6 can be written as 3 times 2 times a times b. 24 can be written as 8 times 3 times b times c. I can take 3 common, b common and b common. What else I can take common? That's all. So what does that becomes now? And apart from that, 2 common and 2 common. So it's going to be 6b. And what am I left over with? Over here a and over here 4c. A minus 4c. So what is my answer is going to be 6b times a minus 4c. Robert says it is possible to draw a rectangular polygon with interior angle 130 degrees. Explain why Robert is wrong. So interior angle formula is n minus 2 times 180 divided by n. If that equals to 130, n minus 2 times 180 upon n. So what do I get from there? I get from there 130n equals to 180n minus 360. I multiplied 180 times n is 180n. 180 times 2 is 360. So what do I get from there? 130n minus 180n equals to negative 360. Minus 50n equals to minus 360. N equals to negative 360 by negative 50. So which is going to be 7.2. So we can clearly see that Number of sides cannot be. Sides are supposed to be are integers, are positive integers. They should be positive integers, but it is decimal point. Therefore, what is this? Robert is wrong. So, a regular polygon, a regular polygon, what is read? Must have whole number of sides. Question number 5. Rearrange S equals to ut plus half at square to make A as a subject. So S minus ut equals to half at square. Then take that 2 to the other side. So it becomes 2 times S minus ut equals to at square. Then A equals to 2 times S minus ut divided by t square. 2 times S minus ut divided by t square. The diagram shows speed time graph for a car traveling two sets of traffic lights. Calculate the deceleration of the car for the first 5 seconds of the journey. He's asking us to calculate the deceleration for the first 5 seconds of the journey. For the last 5 seconds of the journey, not first 5, for the last 5 seconds. For this part, he's asking us to find it out. So this is the initial velocity, which is 16. Over here, the final velocity is going to be 0. So initial velocity is 16, final velocity is 0, deceleration equals to question mark, time equals to 5 seconds. So we know the formula. Acceleration is v minus u by t. So 0 minus 16 by 5. So which is going to be nothing but 3.2. Because already deceleration is there, no need to mention minus. Deceleration is itself is negative. If you want to write, you can write acceleration equals to negative 3.2 meter per second square. Negative 3.2 meter per second square. Deceleration is equals to positive 3.2 meter per second square. Calculate the distance between the two sets of the traffic lights. So this is a trapezium. Area of the trapezium gives you the distance between this one. So 1 upon 2 times a plus b times height. So my a is going to be 25, b is going to be 10, because from 10 to 20 the distance is 10, and height is going to be 16. So I'm going to plug in those values. 10 a plus b is, what am I going to do that? A plus b. A is 25, b is 10, and height is 16, which is going to be 35 times 16 divided by 2. 35 times 8. So the final answer is going to be 44,280 meters. Question number 6. X plus y equals to 2 intersects this circle at 2 points. So what are the coordinates of A and B? So x plus y equals to 2. So y equals to 2 minus x. So x square plus y square equals to 34. So x square plus y square is 2 minus x whole square equals to 34. X square plus 4 minus 2ab plus b square minus 34 equals to 0. So 2x square minus 4x minus 30 equals to 0. Divide by 2, 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 15. So what do I get? X square minus 2x minus 15 equals to 0. Now factorize it. X minus 5 times x plus 3 equals to 0. So x minus 5 times x plus 3 equals to 0. That is the equation. I got it. So I move that equation here for a moment. Then I move this entire working over here. So I got x minus 5 times x plus 3 equals to 0. So what is that? X minus 5 equals to 0 and x plus 3 equals to 0. So x equals to negative 3 and x equals to 5. 5 and negative 3. But what is y? We know that y equals to 2 minus x. So what does it becomes now? X equals to or y equals to 2 minus 5. So y equals to negative 3. Over here y equals to 2 minus of minus 3. That equals to 5. So what's going to be the answer? 3 minus 3 comma 5. Next, show that the length of AB is 8 comma 8 root 2. So formula for AB is going to be square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this point becomes x1 y1, this point becomes x1 y1, and this point becomes x2 y2. So AB is going to be square root of 5 minus minus 3 whole square plus minus 3 minus 5 whole square. So which is going to be 8 square plus 8 square, which is 64 plus 64, which is going to be 2 times 64, which is square root 2 square root 64, which is going to be 8 square root 2. Question number 7. The curve has an equation. Find the coordinates of the two turning points. So whenever the word turning points means dy by dx should be equals to 0. So dy by dx equals to 3x square minus 12x plus 0. So that should be equals to 0. 3x square minus 12x equals to 0. 3x common, x minus 4 equals to 0. So 3x equals to 0, x minus 4 equals to 0. X equals to 0, x equals to 4. 0 and 4. Now I need to get the value of y. So plug in these x values in order to get the values of y. So y equals to 0 cube minus 6 times 0 square plus 16. So y equals to 16. Next time y equals to 4 cube. 4 cube minus 6 times 4 square plus 16, which is 64 minus 16 times 6 is 96 plus 16. So which is going to be 80 minus 16 is negative 16. So it's going to be negative 16. Determine whether each of the turning points is maximum or minimum. For maximum or minimum, we need to find the second derivative. Second derivative is 6x minus 12. Now I'm going to find the second derivative at x equals to 0. So this becomes 6 times 0 minus 12, which is less than 0. Therefore, it's going to be maximum. So 0 comma 16 is maximum. Whereas second derivative at x equals to 4. 6 times 4 minus 12, which is positive. So therefore, this is minimum. Coming to question number 8. Leah uses the following method to estimate the value of 90,005 times 3.7 square. Next, calculate another method and solution. So 90,000 is rounded off to 100,000. 100,000. That's okay. Then, or 90,000 should be rounded off to 100,000 should be rounded off to 90,000 times 3 square is nothing but what? 4 square. So what am I going to do with that one for this one? 90,000 can be written as square root of 9 times 10,000 times square root of 4 square. Square root of 9, square root of 10,000 is 100 square, and square root of 4 square, which is going to be 3 times 100 times 4, which is 1200. The answer is going to be 1200. But she is getting it at 4,000, so therefore her what is this method is wrong, because square root of 160,000 is not equals to 4,000. That is the reason. So she is wrong. That is question number 8. So we have done till question number 8 over here. Then coming to question number 9. Convert 142 kilometers per hour into meters per second. 144 kilometers per hour. So 144 times 1000 meters, and 1 hour is 60 minutes. So it's going to be 1000. Then this is, I am going to simplify this one. So how should I be able to simplify? 0 and 0 gets cancels. Then 2 times 3, 2 times, then 2 times 50. But still, I don't want second. I don't want minutes. I want seconds. So multiply with another 60 seconds. So then in that case, one more 0, 0 gets cancels. So it becomes 144 times 5 upon 18. So it's going to be 18 times 1, 18 times 8. So it's going to be nothing but how much? 40 meters per second. A train length 120 meters is traveling with 144 kilometers per hour. It passes through a tunnel of 20 meters long. Find the time taken for the whole train. The whole train. So it is 120 meters plus 20 meters. Totally 140 meters is the distance traveled. Time equals to nothing but what? Distance by speed. Distance by speed. So distance is going to be 140 divided by speed is 40. Just now we got it as 40. So it's going to be 3.5 seconds. 10. Write down the three inequalities which define this region, unshaded region. So first line, this line is nothing but what? Y equals to 8. But it is, I am shading it out. That line is equals to nothing but what? Y equals to 8. And another line is, this line is going to be x plus y equals to 6. X plus y equals to 6. And for this line, I am going to find it out the equation of this line. Equation of this line, the y-intercept is 2. So y equals to mx plus 2. But it passes through any one point. Which point I can take it at? I can take this point as 2, 4. 2, 4. So 4 equals to m times 2 plus 2. 2m equals to 2. M equals to 1. So y equals to x plus 2. Now I have the equations. Y is x plus 2. Then x plus y equals to 6. X plus y equals to 6. And the third one is y equals to 8. But I have to include the inequality symbols. For that, what am I going to take? I am going to take any one point over here. Then this point is 5, 4. 5, 4. So substitute 4 equals to 5 plus 2. 4 is equals to 7. So 4 is less than or equals to. It is less than or equals to. So what is that? Y is less than or equals to x plus 2. This part is y is less than or equals to x plus 2. Next time I am going to take this point for the another line. For the next line, for this line x plus y, I am going to take 2, 2. 2, 2. So it will become 2 plus 2 is 6. Is again less than or equals to. So this is also x plus y is less than or equals to 6. And obviously this part is nothing but what? Y is greater than or equals to, only greater than, because it is a dashed line, so greater than 8. That's going to be the answer. Next question number 11. Find the value of this one. 64 is nothing but what? 8 square to the power of 0.5 times 1 upon 5 square. So which is 8 to the power of 1 divided by 25. 8 upon 25 is going to be the answer. Now this becomes 27 upon 8 whole to the power of 3 by 1, or 27 to the power of 27 upon 8 whole to the power of 1 by 3, because the power was negative. In order to make it positive, what are we going to do? We are going to do the reciprocal of the fraction. So what does that becomes? 3 cubed to the power of 1 by 3, 2 cubed to the power of 1 by 3. So 3 cancels, 3 cancels. So my final answer is going to be 3 by 2. Question number 12. Describe fully single transformation that maps S onto T. So join the corresponding line segment and the corresponding points and draw the perpendicular bisector, because clearly it can be seen that it is rotation 180 degrees. You can see that it is clearly a rotation of 180 degrees, but now only we need to find it out the center of the rotation. So what am I going to do? Join the corresponding vertices and draw the perpendicular bisector. This is the perpendicular bisector passing through the midpoint and perpendicular to the corresponding line segment vertices. Now again join the corresponding vertices and try to draw the perpendicular bisector. I think so this is going to be the perpendicular bisector for that line. So we can see that where these two perpendicular bisectors meet, that's going to be the center. So the center is going to be 7, 6. So what am I going to do? Join the corresponding vertices. That is the first step. Second step is draw perpendicular bisector. And wherever the perpendicular bisector meets, that's going to be the center. Now coming to the next one. Describe full single transformation that maps S onto U. So it's clearly nothing but what? It's an enlargement. We can see that it is an enlargement. Then join the corresponding vertices. Extend the corresponding vertices. We can see that they are all meeting at 0, 0. So they are meeting at 0, 0 is going to be the center. Center is going to be 0, 0. And what is the scale factor? Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It became 1, 2. 6 became 2. So the scale factor is going to be 1 upon 3. The scale factor is 1 upon 3. It became 1/3 of the original figure. Question number 13. ABCD are the points on the circumference of a circle. XY is a tangent to a circle. Find the value of x, giving your reason. So we can clearly see that it's going to be an, what is this? Let me write it out over there. Alternate segment theorem. This angle is equal to this angle over here. So it's going to be alternate segment theorem. So angle x is also equals to 55. You just write alternate segment theorem. Find the value of y, giving your reason. So we have to find out y. So 6 plus y is a cyclic quadrilateral. So y plus 65 equals to 180. So y equals to 115. Y equals to 115. So the reason is sum of opposite angles. Sum of opposite angles in cyclic quadrilateral. cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degrees. Sum of opposite angles in cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degrees. So that's question number 13. So now y equals to 2x square. So it's going to be a parabola. So which one is a parabola? Either the second B or C. But B is not passing through origin. So therefore it cannot be B. So it has to be C. Now coming to this one. This is a reciprocal graph. Which are reciprocal graphs? Either D or E. This is plus reciprocal graph and this is negative reciprocal graph. So therefore D is going to be the answer. Then 1 minus x upon 3. So we can clearly see that the y-intercept x in y-intercept is 1. Y-intercept is 1 over here and over here a and e. But the slope is negative minus 1 upon 3. So minus 1 upon 3 means it is coming down. So it has to be a. That's going to be the answer. So this is a straight line. So straight line, parabola and reciprocal graph. Question number 15. H of f of 1. What is f of 1? F of 1 equals to 1 minus 3 whole square, which is equals to 4. H of 4 will be equals to 4 cube, which is nothing but how much? 64. G inverse of x. X minus 1 by 4 equals to y. X minus 1 equals to 4y. X equals to 4y plus 1. So G inverse of x is 4x plus 1. G inverse of x is going to be nothing but what? 4x plus 1. Next, h of g of h of x. G of h of x is nothing but what? X cube. So this is going to be x cube minus 1 by 4. Y is inversely proportional to square root of x. So y is 18 and x is 9. So 18 equals to k upon 3, k equals to 54. So y equals to 54 by square root of x. Now x is 36. 54 by square root of 36. 54 by 6, which is nothing but what? 9. Next, question number 17. Shade A intersection B whole complement. A intersection B whole complement means except A intersection B. Except A intersection B, I am shading it out everything. This is going to be the shading of A intersection B whole complement. Except A intersection B, I am shading. So A intersection B whole complement equals to these lines. Next, intersection C. I am going to shade C with the vertical lines. C with the vertical lines. Now I want, write it out over here, C is vertical lines. Now I want the intersection part. Intersection part means which is common in both. So which area is common in both? This area is common in both. This is the area which is common in both. Next, question number 18. G of x is 1 minus 2x. Solve g of 3x. So g of 3x is 1 minus 2 times of 3x equals to 2x. 1 minus 6x equals to 2x. 8x equals to 1. X equals to 1 upon 8. Question number 19. Sue takes a bus to the school. The probability of raining is 1 upon 5. So not raining will be 4 upon 5. Then when it is raining, the probability of the bus is late is 1 upon 2. Not late will be 1 upon 2. When it is not raining, probability of the bus late is 1 upon 3. Not late will be 2 upon 3. What is the probability that the bus is not late? Not late means raining and not late. Not raining and not late. So it is 1 upon 5 times 1 upon 2 or 4 upon 5 times 2 upon 3, which is nothing but what? 1 upon 10 plus 8 upon 15. So times 3 times 3 times 2 times 2. So it's going to be 3 upon 30 plus 16 upon 30, which is 19 upon 30. That's going to be the answer. Next, the diagram shows the entrance to a tunnel. The circular arc has a radius of 6 meters and center O. AB is a horizontal and angle AOB is 120 degrees. During the storm, the tunnel is filled with water to the level shown by the shaded area in the diagram. The shaded area is C pi plus D root 3. Find the values of C and D. So, what am I going to find it out? I am going to find it out the area of the sector plus area of the triangle. This area A1, A2 and A3. A1 plus A2 plus A3. What's going to be A1? Theta upon 360 times pi r square. Area of a triangle is nothing but what? Half AB sine C. And area of A3 is also theta upon 360 times pi r square. So now what is going to be the area of the sector now? So this angle has to be 30 degrees. This angle has to be 30 degrees. Both the angles have to be 30 degrees over there. So 30 upon 360 times pi times 6 square, which is going to be 1 upon 12 times pi times 36, which is going to be 3 pi. Then half times 6 times 6 times sine 120, which is half times 36 times sine 120. Sine 120 is nothing but what? Cos 30. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2, which is going to be 9 root 3. Then this is again 30 by 360 times pi times 6 square, which is 1 upon 12 times pi times 36, which is going to be 3 pi. So answer is going to be 6 pi plus 9 root 3. So C value is going to be 6 and D value is going to be 9. Simplify square root of 12 divided by square root of 6. Square root of 12 divided by square root of 6, it's going to be 6 times 1 and 6 times 2. So answer is going to be square root of 2. Now write down this one in this fraction. So 8 divided by 2 minus root 2 times 2 plus root 2 by 2 plus root 2. So it becomes 8 times 2 plus root 2 divided by 2 square minus root 2 square. 8 times 2 plus root 2 by 4 minus 2. 8 times 2 plus root 2 by 2, which is 4 times 2 plus root 2. That's going to be the answer. Next, simplify. So I'm going to take it out 3x common. It's becoming 5 plus x divided by, this is x plus 5 times x minus 5. We can clearly see that 5 plus x gets cancelled. 3x by x minus 5. Then show that this can be written like this. So I'm going to take the common denominator as t minus 1. 3 times t minus 1 minus t minus 2, which is 3t minus 3 minus t minus 2 divided by t minus 1. So which is going to be 2t minus 5 by t minus 1. Question number 23. The diagram shows below a solid circular cone and a solid sphere. The cone has a total surface area as that of a sphere. The cone radius and height are given. Sphere has a radius r. Show that. So total surface area of a cone is equal to total surface area of a sphere. So this is pi rl and solid cone plus pi r square, and this equals to 4 by 4 pi r square. So what I can do, I can cancel pi, pi and pi. Now what is the radius of the cone? 5x. What is the slant height of the cone? We don't know. So this is 12, this is 5, 12x. So this has to be 13x. Pythagorean theorem, 5, 12, 13. So this has to be 13x. Plus radius is nothing but what? 5x whole square equals to 4 times radius. Radius is going to be r square. So 65x square plus 25x square equals to 4r square, which is 90x square equals to 4r square. R square equals to 90 upon 4x square, which is going to be 45 upon 2. 45 upon 2 x square. That's going to be the answer. So that completes this paper. See you in the next paper. Bye.